Do not scroll. Do not look away. Do not tell yourself this is just another message. I am Jesus, and I speak first because your name was spoken before you ever arrived here. And I am Archangel Michael, standing in authority beside him, because this moment required confirmation from heaven and defense from interruption. Stay with us. Hold your attention here. If you are seeing this now, your name was called in heaven, and this is not coincidence. This is a divine interruption, not random, not algorithmic, not accidental. The timing is exact. The moment is marked. You were meant to hear this before the day ends, before the night passes, before doubt speaks louder than truth. Do not leave. Something is unfolding, and it requires your presence. I am Jesus, and I know how many times you asked quietly if anyone saw you, if your prayers reached beyond the ceiling, if your endurance meant anything at all. I tell you now, your name was spoken with intention, not whispered, not forgotten, but called. And when your name was called, heaven paused to listen. And I am Archangel Michael, and when your name was called, I stood. Because names are not spoken lightly in heaven. When a name is called, movement follows, authorization follows, protection follows. You are not here by chance. You are here because the call has already happened. Stay until the end. Do not skip ahead. The interruption itself is the sign. You may feel something in your chest right now, a tightening, a stillness, a sense that something just shifted without explanation. That is recognition. That is your spirit responding before your mind can interfere. Do not explain it away. This moment is alive. I am Jesus, and I tell you gently but firmly. Seeing this now is part of the answer you asked for when no one was listening. The reason it feels serious is because it is. Heaven does not interrupt lightly. Heaven interrupts when timing has aligned. And I am Archangel Michael, and I tell you with authority, resistance tried to delay this moment, but it failed. You are here because nothing could stop the message meant for you, not distraction, not fatigue, not doubt. You are here because your name carried weight. Do not rush. Do not multitask. Stay. This is the doorway moment, the first signal before sudden movement begins. Many scroll past their confirmation because it does not arrive loudly. Do not be one of them. If you feel the urge to stay, that pull that says don't leave yet, honor it. That is not curiosity, that is alignment. Type I am here in the comments now. This is not for us, this is for you. It anchors your attention to what is already moving. I am Jesus, and I want you to know this. The call of your name was not about where you failed, but about what you endured. It was not about perfection, but about persistence. Heaven does not call names to shame them. Heaven calls names to activate them. And I am Archangel Michael, and I say this clearly. Once a name is called, the process cannot be undone. You are not late. You are not behind. You arrived exactly when you were meant to hear this. Do not let old disappointment speak now. Do not let the voice that says, I've heard things like this before, pull you away. This is not repetition. This is initiation. The delay trained you to listen. This moment is the announcement. Stay with us. Like this message, so you mark this moment. Leave my name was called, or Amen in the comments to anchor yourself here. And do not leave yet. Something is coming. This is only the beginning, and what follows will make this moment make sense. Stay with us. Do not move away now. What we speak in this moment explains the silence that almost made you doubt everything. I am Jesus, and I tell you this with compassion and truth. The silence was never absence. And I am Archangel Michael, and I say with authority, the silence was strategy. What you experienced as waiting was heaven working without noise. You asked why, if your name was called, nothing seemed to change right away. You wondered why days continued as normal, why answers did not arrive immediately, why heaven felt quiet after such deep prayers. Hear us clearly now. When a name is called in heaven, the first response is not manifestation, it is alignment. And alignment often happens in silence. I am Jesus, and I know how heavy silence feels to the human heart. Silence can feel like rejection. It can feel like delay. It can feel like being unseen. But I tell you this, when heaven goes quiet, it is not because nothing is happening. It is because everything important is happening at once. And I am Archangel Michael, and I stood in that silence. I stood between you and what would have damaged what was being prepared. There were conversations, decisions, and movements around you that would have interfered if the answer had come earlier. The silence was protection. The delay was defense. You were not ignored. You were being preserved. The silence tested something deeper than faith. It tested trust without reassurance. It tested whether you would abandon your integrity just to escape the waiting. It tested whether you would harden your heart or keep it open even when nothing made sense. You did not know it, but heaven was watching closely. I am Jesus, and I saw every moment you almost gave up, not loudly, but quietly in your thoughts, in your exhaustion, in your questions. I saw you keep going anyway. That mattered more than you realize. Silence revealed your true posture, and you remained. And I am Archangel Michael, and I tell you this plainly. If the answer had arrived earlier, it would have been intercepted. If the breakthrough had come sooner, it would not have lasted. The silence prevented premature arrival. It ensured permanence. This is why you must not judge the season of silence by how it felt. Judge it by what it preserved. You are still standing. You are still listening. You are still open. That means the silence did not break you, it refined you. Stay with us. Do not scroll. This understanding is unlocking something in you right now. You may feel a quiet release as you listen, a sense of relief, a softening. That is because confusion is lifting. Your spirit is recognizing truth. Let that happen. I am Jesus, and I want you to release the thought that you were forgotten during the silence. You were being guarded. You were being shaped. You were being aligned with a version of yourself, capable of receiving what is coming without losing yourself in it. And I am Archangel Michael, and I tell you this with certainty. The silence has ended. The reason you are hearing this now is because protection has completed its work. Defense is in place. Resistance has been accounted for. Now movement can begin. If you understand this, if something in you just settled, type, I understand the silence in the comments now. This is not performance. This is agreement. Then stay. Do not leave yet. Do not carry bitterness from the silent season into the season of arrival. Release it now. You do not need it where you are going, like this message. Leave I release the silence, or Amen in the comments. Stay with us until the end. Something is coming. The silence explained the delay, and the next moment will explain the suddenness. Stay with us. Do not step away now. What we speak in this moment is the shift itself. I am Jesus, and I tell you gently but firmly, when your name was called in heaven, a decision was made. And I am Archangel Michael, and I declare with authority, the record has been marked, and the seal has been broken. What was held has been released. What was paused has been authorized to move. This is the moment where heaven moved from observation to action. Silence ended here. Waiting ended here. There was a precise point, unseen, unannounced, when permission was granted. You did not hear it with your ears, but your spirit felt it. That unexplained calm, that strange sense of something is different, that was not imagination. That was confirmation. I am Jesus, and I tell you this so you understand. Heaven does not act emotionally. It acts intentionally. When your name was called, it was weighed, confirmed, and then approved. Nothing that follows is accidental. Nothing that arrives will be random. This is consequence, not coincidence. And I am Archangel Michael, and when the seal was broken, resistance lost its claim. Not gradually, not slowly, instantly. What had authority to delay you no longer has permission to speak. This is why movement will feel sudden. What was blocked is no longer blocked. What was stalled is no longer stalled. Stay with us. Do not scroll. Many miss this moment because it does not announce itself loudly. Heaven does not shout when it acts. It shifts reality quietly and lets the results speak. From this point forward, you may notice compression. Time feels different. Events align faster. Conversations happen without effort. Things you once chased begin moving toward you. Do not be alarmed by the speed. Suddenness is not chaos. It is alignment finally unhindered. I am Jesus, and I want you to hear this clearly. When the seal was broken, it was not just about blessing, it was about readiness. The seal did not break until you could receive without fear, hold without losing yourself, and move forward without abandoning who you are. This is why it happened now. And I am Archangel Michael, and I say this with certainty. Nothing can reseal what has been opened. No opinion, no delay, no past mistake has the authority to reverse this. Once a name is called and approved, the process cannot be undone. This is final. If you feel pressure lifting from your chest, if your breathing just deepened, if your thoughts suddenly feel clearer, that is not emotional response. It is internal alignment catching up with spiritual movement. Let it happen. Stay present. Do not talk yourself out of this moment. Doubt will try to remind you of past delays, past disappointments, past false starts. Silence that voice. Those were before the seal was broken. This is after. I am Jesus, and I tell you this with assurance. You are not waiting anymore. Waiting has ended. What remains now is reception and movement. And I am Archangel Michael, and I instruct you, be attentive. Do not force anything, but do not ignore what begins to move. The first sign may look small, a message, an idea, a connection, a sudden opening, but it carries momentum. Honor it. If you recognize the shift, type "the seal is broken" in the comments now. This is not ritual, it is acknowledgement. It keeps you present in the moment where authorization turned into action. Then stay with us. Do not leave yet, like this message. Stay until the end. Something is coming faster than you expect, and this moment, the breaking of the seal, is what makes the sudden arrival possible. Stay with us. Do not turn away now. What you are experiencing in this moment is not imagination, and it is not emotion alone. I am Jesus, and I tell you with calm assurance. Before the mind understands, the body recognizes truth. And I am Archangel Michael, and I confirm with authority. Your body is responding because alignment has already begun. Pay attention, gently, without fear. A pressure in the chest that is not anxiety. Warmth in the hands without cause. A heaviness behind the eyes. A stillness that settles over your thoughts. These are not random sensations. They are confirmations. When heaven moves, the body feels it first, because the body cannot argue with truth the way the mind tries to. I am Jesus, and I know you have learned to doubt your own signals. You were taught to explain everything away, to distrust what you feel unless it came with proof. But hear me now. When your name was called and the seal was broken, your spirit recognized it instantly. Your body is simply catching up. And I am Archangel Michael, and I tell you this clearly. What you feel is adjustment. Alignment requires recalibration. What is about to arrive suddenly needs a vessel that can receive it without shock, without fear, without retreat. That is why this moment feels intense yet peaceful at the same time. Do not rush past this. Do not minimize it. Many people miss their confirmation because they are always looking outward for signs. Tonight, the sign begins inward. Stay with us. Some of you feel a deep exhale you did not know you were holding. Some feel emotion rising without a clear reason. Some feel nothing at all except quiet. All of this is correct. Stillness is not absence, it is stability being established. I am Jesus, and I want you to hear this. You are safe right now. Safe to feel, safe to receive, safe to hope again. The delay trained you to brace for disappointment. This moment trains you to open without fear. That is why your body is responding. And I am Archangel Michael, and I say with certainty, what is coming will not overwhelm you. The delay ensured that. Nothing arriving now will collapse you, consume you, or undo you. You have been prepared from the inside out. If you feel your shoulders relaxing, your breathing slowing, your thoughts quieting, let it happen. Do not interrupt the process. This is grounding. This is anchoring. This is readiness being completed. Stay with us. Do not scroll. This is where many lose alignment by trying to move ahead too quickly. If you recognize even one of these signs, type, I feel the confirmation in the comments now. This is not for attention. This is for grounding. It keeps you present in the moment your body and spirit agree. Then stay. I am Jesus, and I tell you this gently. The peace you feel is not temporary. It is not excitement that fades. It is assurance settling in. Let it take root. And I am Archangel Michael, and I instruct you, when the external sign appears, and it will, do not hesitate. This inner confirmation is what allows you to recognize it without fear or disbelief. This is why this section matters, like this message. Leave, I stay open, or Amen, in the comments. Stay with us until the end. Something is coming. Your body already knows it, and what was delayed is aligning fully to arrive suddenly. Stay with us. Do not leave this moment. What we speak now explains why you were chosen, not randomly, not emotionally, but deliberately. I am Jesus, and I tell you with truth and clarity. You passed a test you were never informed you were taking. And I am Archangel Michael, and I confirm with authority. That test is the reason your name was called in heaven. The test was not visible. It was not announced. It did not come with rules or a finish line. It unfolded quietly in ordinary days, repeated disappointments, unanswered prayers, and moments where quitting would have been understandable. Heaven did not test you with spectacle. Heaven tested you with endurance. I am Jesus, and I saw the moments when you kept your integrity even when it cost you, when you chose patience over bitterness, when you stayed honest even though shortcuts would have relieved the pressure, when you continued to care while feeling unseen. These moments were not ignored, they were recorded. And I am Archangel Michael, and I tell you this plainly. Many desire sudden arrival, but few can carry it without being undone by it. The test was not to see if you wanted more, it was to see if you could remain whole while having less. You proved that you could. You were tested in silence, tested without reassurance, tested without applause, tested while wondering if anyone noticed at all. You did not know it, but each choice you made under pressure weighed more than anything you could have done publicly. That is why heaven responded. I am Jesus, and I want you to understand this. Your name was not called because you were perfect. It was called because you were faithful in the unseen. You did not abandon your values to escape discomfort. You did not turn cold to protect yourself. You stayed present even when hope felt fragile. And I am Archangel Michael, and I declare this with certainty. If what is coming had arrived before this test was complete, it would have fractured you. It would have exposed vulnerabilities that were not yet strengthened. The delay was mercy. The test was preparation. There were moments you questioned your worth. Moments you wondered if staying true was costing you too much. Moments you almost convinced yourself to settle for less just to end the waiting. Heaven saw those moments and saw you remain anyway. That is why approval followed. Stay with us. Do not scroll. This understanding stabilizes what is coming next. If you feel a quiet sense of validation rising right now, that is not ego. That is truth aligning. If something in you feels seen, that is not imagination. That is recognition. Let it settle. I am Jesus, and I release you from the lie that you were behind. You were not behind. You were being evaluated, and you passed. And I am Archangel Michael, and I say this with authority. What has been approved cannot be revoked. The test is complete. The record reflects it. Heaven does not reopen what it has already confirmed. If this resonates, type I remained faithful in the comments now. This is not boasting. This is acknowledgement. It keeps you aligned with what has already been decided. Then stay with us. Do not question whether you deserve what is coming. That question has already been answered. Sudden arrival does not come to those who demanded it loudly, but to those who endured quietly with integrity intact, like this message. Leave, test passed. Amen, or I stayed in the comments. Stay until the end. Something is coming, and it is coming because you were proven ready to receive it. Stay with us. Do not drift now. This is the moment where time itself begins to compress. I am Jesus, and I tell you gently but firmly, what took long to prepare will not take long to arrive. And I am Archangel Michael, and I declare with authority, the acceleration window is now open. This is not a season that stretches endlessly. This is a narrow passage where movement happens quickly for those who are present and aligned. You have lived through extended waiting, where progress felt slow and effort felt heavy. That phase shaped you. But hear this clearly, acceleration does not feel like waiting. It feels unfamiliar at first. It feels sudden. It feels almost unreal. That is why many hesitate when it begins. Do not be one of them. Stay with us. I am Jesus, and I want you to understand this. Heaven works in preparation, then releases in bursts. Long silence, then sudden movement. Extended endurance, then rapid alignment. You are entering the burst phase now. The waiting taught you patience. The acceleration will require trust. And I am Archangel Michael, and I tell you this with certainty. When acceleration begins, overthinking becomes resistance. Fear disguised as caution can slow what has been authorized to move quickly. That is why this moment matters. Awareness keeps the window open. You may feel an urgency that is not panic, a sense that you must stay alert, present, attentive. That is not anxiety. That is timing. This window does not shout. It does not chase. It reveals itself to those who remain focused. Stay with us. Do not scroll. You may soon notice things aligning faster than expected. Responses coming sooner. Opportunities appearing without force. Conversations shifting tone. Paths opening where there were none. Do not be startled by speed. Suddenness is not chaos. It is alignment unhindered by resistance. I am Jesus, and I tell you this. You prayed for movement, but heaven waited for readiness. Now that readiness is confirmed, movement follows naturally. This is not pressure to act blindly. This is invitation to respond calmly and decisively when alignment appears. And I am Archangel Michael, and I instruct you, do not cling to the posture you learned in delay. Guarded waiting kept you safe before, but now openness allows flow. The window requires responsiveness, not fear. If you notice your focus sharpening, your thoughts becoming clearer, your energy feeling more decisive, that is preparation for speed. Let it happen. Do not resist it. Stay with us. This is not the time to disengage. Type, I am ready for acceleration in the comments now. This is not ritual. This is recognition. It anchors you in the moment when waiting transitions into movement. Then remain here. Do not look back at what did not work before. Looking back slows acceleration. The delay has already served its purpose. The window is open now. I am Jesus, and I reassure you, you will not miss what is meant for you if you remain present. Acceleration does not punish those who are calm. It rewards those who trust. And I am Archangel Michael, and I declare this. Once acceleration begins, momentum builds quickly. The first movement sets the pace for what follows. Be attentive, be willing, be grounded, like this message. Leave, I step into acceleration, or Amen in the comments. Stay with us until the end. Something is coming faster than you expected, and this window, right now, is what makes the sudden arrival possible. Stay with us. Do not turn away now. What we speak in this moment explains why the resistance you once felt is suddenly quiet. I am Jesus, and I tell you with calm authority, what stood against you has lost its hold. And I am Archangel Michael, and I declare this without hesitation. Opposition has been silenced, not negotiated with, not delayed again, silenced. There were forces, visible and unseen, that benefited from keeping you stalled, patterns that repeated, voices that questioned your worth. Situations that drained you just enough to keep you from moving forward. You thought you needed to fight them. You thought you needed to prove something. You did not. Authority has already spoken. I am Jesus, and I want you to hear this clearly. When heaven decides to move someone forward, resistance does not get a vote. The delay allowed exposure. The acceleration required removal. That removal has happened. And I am Archangel Michael, and I tell you this plainly. I did not remove opposition loudly. I removed it decisively. That is why it feels quiet. Battles that are over do not make noise. You are not imagining the stillness. You are standing on cleared ground. Stay with us. Do not scroll. You may notice that arguments no longer have energy. That people who once complicated your life feel distant. That situations that drained you no longer provoke the same response. This is not emotional numbness. This is freedom from interference. Some doors closed without explanation. Some conversations ended without closure. Some connections faded without conflict. That was not loss. That was clearance. What could not go with you was stopped before it followed you into sudden arrival. I am Jesus, and I tell you this with compassion. You do not need to revisit what is gone to understand why it left. Peace is explanation enough. When opposition is removed, clarity follows naturally. And I am Archangel Michael, and I instruct you now, do not reopen what was closed for your protection. Curiosity can undo alignment. Nostalgia can invite delay. Trust the stillness. Trust the silence. Trust the ease that is beginning to replace struggle. If you feel relief without knowing why, that is confirmation. If you feel lighter without circumstances fully changing yet, that is evidence. Silence after resistance is proof that authority has acted. Stay with us. This matters. Type "The way is clear" in the comments now. This anchors your awareness to what has changed. It keeps you aligned with the ground you are now standing on. Then remain here. I am Jesus, and I release you from the need to fight what is already gone. You are not called to wrestle with what has been silenced. You are called to walk forward freely. And I am Archangel Michael, and I say this with certainty. What remains ahead of you does not require struggle. Doors will open without force. Progress will happen without constant resistance. This is not because you became stronger. It is because opposition lost permission. Do not be surprised if certain people stop reaching out, if certain problems resolve themselves, or if certain obstacles simply disappear. This is not avoidance. This is resolution, like this message. Leave, I move forward freely, cleared, or Amen in the comments. Stay with us until the end. Something is coming. The opposition has been silenced, the path is open, and what was delayed is now clear to arrive, suddenly. Stay with us. Do not scroll now. What we speak in this moment explains why supply is beginning to move toward you instead of you chasing it. I am Jesus, and I tell you with assurance, you are not entering a season of survival again. And I am Archangel Michael, and I declare with authority, provision has been released, not promised for someday, released for movement now. You learned how to live with uncertainty. You learned how to stretch what you had. You learned how to keep going without guarantees. That season shaped your strength, but it was never meant to be permanent. Heaven does not train you in lack to leave you there. Heaven trains you in endurance so you can recognize provision without fear when it arrives. I am Jesus, and I want you to hear this clearly. Provision does not always arrive first as money. Sometimes it arrives as clarity, sometimes as access. Sometimes as the right connection at the right moment, sometimes as relief from a burden that was draining you. All of these are supply, all of these count. And I am Archangel Michael, and I tell you this plainly. There are provisions already in transit, conversations being prompted, decisions being softened, routes being cleared. You do not see them yet, but movement has begun. What was delayed is now traveling toward you. Stay with us. Do not disengage. You may notice messages arriving unexpectedly. Calls you did not anticipate. Solutions appearing where there were none. Opportunities presenting themselves without force. Do not dismiss these as coincidence. Provision often announces itself quietly before it becomes visible. I am Jesus, and I know a part of you wants to be cautious. Waiting taught you restraint. Disappointment taught you to guard your expectations. But hear me now, you are allowed to hope again. Hope will not betray you this time. The delay ensured that. And I am Archangel Michael, and I warn you gently, scarcity thinking will try to speak now. It will whisper, it won't last, or don't trust it. Silence that voice. It belongs to the old season. It has no authority here. Stay present, stay grounded. Receiving calmly allows provision to expand fully. Panic contracts it. Gratitude stabilizes it. Trust multiplies it. If you feel a cautious excitement, a quiet relief, or a sense of maybe things are changing, that is preparation. Your system is adjusting to the idea of having enough. Let it happen. Stay with us. This is important. Type provision is moving toward me in the comments now. This is not begging. This is agreement. It keeps your attention aligned with what is already in motion. Then remain here. I am Jesus, and I tell you this with certainty. You will not need to chase what is meant for you. It will recognize you. It will find you. It will arrive in ways that bring peace, not exhaustion. And I am Archangel Michael, and I declare this. What is released now will not collapse tomorrow. The delay ensured sustainability. What arrives will endure, like this message. Leave, I receive provision. Amen, or I trust in the comments. Stay with us until the end. Something is coming. Supply has been released, alignment is holding, and what was delayed is now on its way to arrive, suddenly. Do not scroll. Do not look away. Stay with us now, because this is the moment opposition is being neutralized, and what once resisted you no longer has permission to speak. I am Jesus, and I am with Michael, commander of the hosts, and we are telling you plainly, the interference that delayed you has been addressed. This is not symbolic. This is decisive. Heaven does not argue with resistance. It removes it. Remain here until the end, because recognition of this moment protects what is already moving toward you. There were forces you could not see, confusion, delay, misdirection, discouragement, sent not to destroy you, but to exhaust you. They failed. What tried to distract you lost its leverage. What tried to block you has been cut off at the source. Michael stands with authority, and when authority speaks, opposition falls silent. Doors that should never have opened are closing now. Doors prepared for you are clearing their thresholds. Stay with us. Do not leave early. This understanding is a shield. You may have felt it recently. Resistance thinning, arguments losing power, obstacles dissolving without explanation. That is not coincidence. That is clearance. When heaven calls your name, access is adjusted. We did not remove you from the path. You were already on it. We removed what stood across it. This is why progress will feel easier now. Not because effort disappears, but because interference no longer drains you. Breathe. Notice your body. The tension that once lived in your shoulders is loosening. The tightness in your chest is easing. This is alignment after opposition. When the pressure lifts, peace enters, not as emotion, but as authority. Peace is not passivity. Peace is control restored. Michael enforces it. I confirm it. Stay with us. Do not scroll, because something is coming that requires this peace to recognize it. Hear us clearly. You did not imagine the pushback. It was real. And it is over. The assignments that thrived on delay have expired. The voices that questioned your timing have been muted. The cycles that repeated without resolution have been broken. This is why your mind feels clearer. This is why decisions feel simpler. This is why the way forward no longer requires explanation. If you receive this, type in the comments right now, opposition is finished. Do it now. Engagement anchors authority. And after you type it, stay, do not leave. The confirmation ahead builds on this. Some doors closed to protect you from sabotage. Some paths narrowed to prevent interference. That season has ended. What opens now opens cleanly. What moves now moves directly. What reaches you now reaches you intact. This is how heaven restores momentum after restraint. We do not rush you into chaos. We clear the way and invite you to walk. Like this message now, agreement matters. And add this in the comments as well. My path is clear. These words are not for display, they are alignment. They tell your spirit to stop bracing and start moving. Do not go back to negotiate with what lost authority. Do not reopen conversations that were closed for your protection. Forward is the only direction that responds now. Stay present. Stay attentive. Something is approaching that requires you to be unencumbered. We say this with certainty. No hidden hand remains against you. No unseen voice remains permitted to delay you. No cycle remains authorized to repeat. Opposition has been neutralized. Pathways are clear. Keep watching. Do not scroll. The next movement comes quickly and it comes clean. What was delayed will not struggle to arrive. It will recognize the cleared way and move without resistance. Stay until the end. Something big is coming, and this is only the beginning. Stay with us. Do not scroll. Do not disengage now, because this is the moment provision and messages are released, and movement is already unfolding. I am Jesus, and Michael stands beside me, and we are telling you clearly, what you have been waiting on is no longer held back. Calls are being initiated. Answers are being authorized. Resources are being redirected. Remain here until the end, because recognition of this release determines how quickly it integrates into your life. There are communications moving toward you now, some expected, some unexpected. A message you thought would never come. A response you assumed was forgotten. An opportunity you stopped mentioning out loud because hope felt too costly. Hear me. Heaven did not forget. Timing was guarded. Now the guard is lifted. Michael enforces the release, and what was stalled is moving with purpose. Stay with us. Do not leave early. This understanding stabilizes reception. Provision does not always arrive as money first. Sometimes it arrives as information, as access, as a conversation that changes the direction of everything. Sometimes it arrives as favor placed quietly in the mind of another. This is how it is moving now, efficiently, without noise, without resistance. Pay attention to what reaches you easily. Ease is the sign. Strain has expired. Feel your body as we speak. The quiet alertness, the readiness without anxiety. This is the posture that receives without scrambling. You are not chasing provision. Provision is locating you. Michael clears the channels. I confirm the purpose. This is why you are seeing this now. Stay with us. Do not scroll, because something is coming that requires this calm awareness. You may notice an impulse to check your phone, your email, your messages. Do not ignore it, but do not rush either. Movement is near, and it is precise. When the message arrives, you will recognize it immediately. It will not confuse you. It will not pressure you. It will align. That alignment is the proof. If you receive this, type in the comments now, I am open to receive. Do it as an act of alignment. Engagement anchors readiness. And after you type it, stay. The next words complete the release. Resources are being reallocated. Decisions are being reversed in your favor. Someone is being reminded of you, not by chance, but by instruction. This is not manipulation. This is restoration. What belongs to you is finding its way back. What was misdirected is being corrected. Michael does not negotiate these things. He enforces them. Like this message now, agreement matters. And add this as well in the comments. Provision finds me. These words shift your posture from pursuit to reception. Do not diminish what arrives because it looks simple. Heaven often delivers answers without drama. Simplicity is not smallness. Simplicity is accuracy. Receive what comes without questioning whether it is enough. More follows obedience to what is first. We say this to protect you. Respond when the message comes. Delay is no longer your assignment. You have learned patience. Now learn responsiveness. Timely response keeps channels open. This is why this section matters. This is why staying matters. Do not scroll. Do not leave. Keep watching. Calls are lining up. Messages are being sent. Answers are moving. Provision is not approaching. It is in transit. What was delayed is now being released in pieces that fit together. Watch carefully. Stay present. Something big is coming, and this is only the beginning. Do not scroll. Stay with us now, because this is the identity shift, and it is happening at the root, not on the surface. I am Jesus, and Michael stands with me, and we are telling you this plainly. You are no longer overlooked. You are called. You are no longer waiting for permission. You are recognized. This is not encouragement. This is a transfer of standing. Remain here until the end, because understanding this shift determines how what is coming will respond to you. You carried a name for a long time that heaven never assigned to you, the name of the one who waits, the one who hopes quietly, the one who watches others move first. That name is being removed. In the records, in the timing, in the way doors respond, you are now known as the one who is called forward. Identity always changes before circumstances do. This is why things feel different inside you before anything looks different outside. Stay with us. Do not leave early, because this awareness protects the transition. Notice your body right now. The steadiness in your breathing, the calm behind your eyes, the absence of panic, that is not numbness. That is authority settling in. When identity shifts, the nervous system follows. You no longer brace for disappointment. You stand ready for arrival. Michael enforces this shift. I confirm it. This is why seeing this now is not random. Hear me carefully. Being called does not make you loud. It makes you clear. You do not chase recognition anymore. Recognition locates you. You do not force doors anymore. Doors respond to your presence. This is why conversations will feel different. This is why your decisions will feel cleaner. This is why tolerance for delay is gone. Waiting trained you. Receiving is now your posture. If this resonates, type in the comments right now, I am called. Do it now. Engagement anchors identity. And after you type it, stay. Do not scroll. The next moments deepen this shift. You may feel a quiet grief for the version of you that endured so much without acknowledgement. Honor that version. It carried you here. But do not live there anymore. The season of being unseen ended when your name was spoken in heaven. From now on, what finds you will not require explanation. It will recognize you. That is the mark of being called. Like this message now, agreement matters. And add this in the comments as well. I receive my calling. These words are not for display. They are alignment. They tell your spirit to stop shrinking and start standing. Understand this. Identity shift also changes what you attract. What tolerated you before will fall away. What honors you will approach. This is not arrogance. This is order. Heaven restores order by aligning identity with assignment. Michael clears what conflicts with it. I walk with you in it. Do not return to old language about yourself. Do not describe yourself as behind, late, forgotten, or unsure. Those words belong to a season that has ended. Speak as one who is called, because speech reinforces identity. Identity directs movement. Stay with us. Do not scroll. Something is coming that requires you to recognize yourself when it arrives. If you still see yourself as overlooked, you will hesitate. If you see yourself as called, you will respond. Response matters now. We say this with certainty. You are not waiting anymore. You are being summoned. And what responds to a summons moves differently. It moves with speed, with clarity, with purpose. Keep watching. Stay until the end. Like, comment, remain present. Something big is coming, and this identity shift is the reason it will recognize you when it arrives. Stay with us now. Do not scroll. Do not disengage, because this is the activation moment, and timing matters. I am Jesus, and Michael stands with me, and we are telling you clearly. Alignment is complete, but activation requires your participation. Heaven does not force movement, it responds to consent. This is that point. Remain until the end, because what you do now determines how smoothly what is coming enters your life. Activation is not noise. It is agreement made visible. When identity has shifted and provision is moving, engagement becomes the bridge. This is why you are here at this exact second. Not earlier, not later. Now, breathe slowly. Feel the steadiness in your chest. That steadiness is readiness. Stay with us. Do not leave early, because sequence matters. First, acknowledge readiness. Say it quietly or aloud, but say it with clarity. I am ready to receive. Do not negotiate the words. Do not soften them. Readiness is not arrogance, it is trust. As you say it, notice the calm deepen. Heaven responds to clarity. Second, declare agreement publicly. Type in the comments right now. I receive what is moving toward me. Do it now. Engagement anchors consent. When you act, you cross from observation into participation. And after you type it, stay, because the next instruction accelerates movement. Third, release the old posture. Waiting served you, but it is not your posture now. Say this. I release waiting. I step into receiving. As you do, you may feel warmth in your hands, a gentle pressure in your chest, or a quiet certainty settle in. These are confirmations. Do not analyze them. Receive them. This activation works because it aligns identity, language, and action. Heaven honors order. When order is restored, movement becomes sudden. This is why long silence often ends with rapid change. Silence prepared precision. Precision releases speed. Michael enforces it. I confirm it. Stay with us. Do not scroll, because completion matters. Like this message now. Agreement stabilizes alignment. And in the comments, add this as well. Ready, open, aligned. These words are not for display. They are consent. They tell heaven you are present, attentive, and willing. Do not rush away after typing. Stay. Keep watching. Partial engagement delays full arrival. You have learned endurance. Now learn completion. Completion closes gaps. Gaps cause leaks. Tonight, nothing leaks. If doubt tries to interrupt, release it. Doubt is an old reflex, not a current truth. You are not asking if something will happen. You are preparing for how you will steward it when it does. That shift alone causes doors to respond. Messages move. Decisions finalize. Access opens. This is how activation looks before evidence appears. Now seal it. Pause your breathing for one slow count of 3. In that pause, say, I accept what is already moving. This seals consent. Remember this moment. Recognition will meet you because you stayed. Do not scroll. Do not leave. Stay until the end. The confirmation that follows will make this activation unmistakable. Like. Comment. Remain present, because attention completes alignment. What was delayed has heard your agreement. Movement has already begun. Keep watching. Something big is coming, and this is only the beginning. Stay with us now. Do not scroll. Do not close this moment, because this is the final commission, and it seals everything that has been spoken. I am Jesus, and Michael stands with me, and we are placing responsibility, clarity, and forward motion into your hands right now. What was delayed has crossed into release. What was promised is in motion. This is not the end of the message. It is the beginning of your response. Remain until the end, because staying completes alignment. You are not leaving this moment as a listener. You are leaving it as one who has been called, aligned, activated, and entrusted. Heaven does not summon without assigning. What arrives suddenly will require obedience, not confusion. When the door opens, step. When the message comes, respond. When the opportunity presents itself, do not hesitate. Permission has already been granted. Michael enforces it. I walk with you in it. Hear us clearly. You will not need to explain yourself. You will not need to justify timing. You will not need to ask whether it is allowed. Clarity will accompany the opening. Peace will confirm it. Authority will keep it open. This is why preparation mattered. This is why you were told to stay. Sudden things require steady people. You are steady now. Do not scroll. Stay present. The posture you carry out of this moment matters. Calm, alert, ready. Not rushing ahead, not shrinking back. This posture keeps doors from closing prematurely. It keeps momentum from leaking away. It keeps you aligned when movement accelerates. Now engage deliberately. Like this message now, not later, because agreement sustains momentum. And in the comments, type these exact words. I am ready. I receive the call. I move when it opens. Type them now. This is not routine engagement. This is declaration. It signals availability. And do not stop there. Stay connected. Follow, subscribe, remain close. Not out of obligation, but because alignment is sustained through continuity. Instruction continues when movement begins. Those who remain positioned receive guidance for the next steps, not just the first one. We remind you, do not leave early. Even after this, stay attentive. Something may come through a message, a thought, a nudge, a sudden clarity. That is part of the arrival. Heaven often delivers in motion. Pay attention. You were never forgotten. You were never passed over. You were never late. Your name was called, recorded, and released at the exact moment it could be received fully. What was delayed was not denied, it was protected. Protection has finished its work. From this moment forward, respond when clarity comes. Speak when prompted. Move when the path opens. Do not negotiate with fear. Fear has no authority here. Peace is your signal. Authority is your covering. Stay until the end. Keep watching. Like, comment, declare, remain aligned. Something big is coming. And this is only the beginning of what that calling will unfold in your life.